What's he doing here? Who's that?
Detective Inspector Bradford.
Isn't he on compassionate leave?
What do you want?
You don't think I should be here, do you?
No. Not while you don't know where your wife is. What do you think about the DI's wife? I think she's dead.
So who is he?
Tom Price, 24 years old.
I hear you found the body. Can I get your name? Amber Saunders.
If there is anything in your private life that's affecting your work,
It's just a problem with a friend. I'm trying to help. Nice place. The boss's wife is missing, and that's you with her bag.
Why does she have Sarah's bag?
you know I've always thought there were two people involved in that murder. I think Amber's one of them. Now, these attacks are getting more frequent and more violent. I think that Amber Saunders is a psychopath.
You are going nowhere until you tell me where my wife is.
I need to get away from him. I think he killed Amber. Just like he killed my mum.
Male, going on what's left of his clothes.
Strangulation going on the belt round his neck. The buckle's distinctive. Might help with the ID.
Still bothering though?
It's fine.
Yeah, well, it's good to have you back. You've been missed.
Thanks. Vivian sent me flowers.
Say that again?
I know. I was pretty touched.
What have we got?
Boss? Camden murder. We're ready to brief you now.
I drove down to Brixton this morning to view a body. Yet another dead woman who matched my wife's description. It wasn't Sarah.
decomp puts the body in the ground about a year ago. The house was rented by students, 4 males, 1 female, all in their early 20s, which ties in with Soko's estimation of the rough age of the victim.
The landlord paid 2 of the male students to lay decking last summer. That is Freddie Harrison and Nazeeb Karbi. Final payment was handed to Nazeeb late July, just after Freddie had left for the holidays.
Right. Oh, Billy. It's good to have you back.
Thanks, sir. I was loving my mum fussing, but it was time.
Is anything you need, just let us know.
So, you were away when the decking was completed?
Yeah, I was visiting my girlfriend in Plymouth. When I came back, I just assumed Freddie had finished it. Landlord was going to get someone in, but Freddie was skint. He reckoned we could bluff our way through from looking it up on the internet. I texted him about his share of the money. I haven't heard from him since.
Do you recognize this belt? It's got quite a distinctive buckle.
Was this with him?
So Nazeeb recognized the belt as Freddie's. Also, height and hair color correlate with the remains.
Bank records?
There's no activity on the bank or phone accounts for about a year. He might have just stopped using them, but...
But it's looking more and more likely, given the timing, that he is our John Doe.
We need to confirm it.
Well, Freddie and his sister Karen were in care, so the local authorities should have details on the dentist. Also, Freddie was arrested when he was a teenager, so we'll have DNA too.
I'll put a request in.
We've got an address for the sister. According to Nazeeb, she and Freddie were very close.
Makes you wonder why she hasn't reported him missing. David Bradford? No, she's not off sick. Right. Let me know if she turns up, will you, please? Thanks. Carly's not showing up at college.
This is me. You know what to do.
Karen Harrison,
Yeah, hang on.
can we have a quick word?
What's this about?
I'm training Detective Constable Billy Fitzgerald. This is Detective Constable Rob Brady. It's just a couple of questions about your brother, Freddie.
Is he all right?
Can you confirm he lived at 14 Bellow Crescent?
That's right. What's going on?
Human remains were found in their back garden. We believe they've been there from around the time your brother was living there.
Okay, but he moved out of there last summer.
Can you tell us the last time you saw or spoke to Freddie?
Sometime that summer. Look, I know you want to talk to him, but he couldn't have had aught to do with that.
So you haven't heard from him in over a year?
I said I haven't spoken to him. I didn't say I heard from him. Hang on. I got this last week from him on my birthday.
This is from Freddie.
It's this stupid thing we did when we were younger. We were in different care homes, so we used to keep in touch, sending each other crappy postcards.
It's definitely his handwriting.
Yeah, of course. He's been doing that smiley face by his name since he was 11. He goes off sometimes when he needs to get his head together. He's bipolar.
We heard that he got himself in a bit of trouble whilst he was in care.
He's got a mental illness, so he's got to be bad news, right?
No, I didn't mean that at all. I'm sorry. Really got to get this. DC Brody.
We get the bad end of mental health. People self-medicating with drugs, alcohol. That's what we get to clear up.
Hey, don't make them bad people.
My best mate from junior school's bipolar. I know that.
Erin, we've had an ID.
It's not my brother.
I'm afraid dental records confirm that it is.
It can't be. I told you he's been writing to me.
Karen, we're so sorry.
Almost identical to the ones we know he wrote, so whoever sent the fakes had access to his handwriting.
I knew that receiving postcards would stop Karen from reporting him missing.
We've ID'd the other housemates.
Yeah, we got this from Nazib.
I just thought I ought to let you know. And the police are going to want to talk to everyone.
You're saying we're suspects?
After what went on, of course we are. Mark?
As far as the police are concerned, it's just a normal house share. Right? Everyone got along. We stick to that, and we'll be fine.
Hello? Yep. Yeah, sure. I'll take a break when you get here. Okay. The police want to talk to me again.
He didn't tell us there was trouble in the house.
Only the usual stuff over who forgot to replace the loo rolls.
We got this from Karen's phone. There's a text chat between her and Freddie about a row that you two had.
It was over the decking. He just left the whole thing to me, barely got out of bed. Then when I came back from Plymouth, it was finished, and he just cleared off.
Freddie seems to think you were on the verge of asking him to move out. Was that about toilet roll?
When the depression kicked in, he was a nightmare to live with. I know he's bipolar, but... Look, the biggest fallout in the house was between Freddie and Lachey. Lachey moved out over it. The landlord wouldn't give him his rent back. But he wanted to get away from Freddie. He hated the guy.
Nazib's alibi checks out. He was in Plymouth that whole weekend.
What do we have on this other housemate? Lachey, Hobbs.
The bank confirmed Lachey changed his contact address. But what's really interesting is that he was arrested for assault after he punched Freddie in a student bar. This was about 3 weeks before we think Freddie died.
Yeah, there's also Justine. She was Freddie's girlfriend, but now she's got a baby with the other housemate, Mark.
Nazib reckons that Justine saw Freddie pack and leave after the decking was finished.
So she's either mistaken or lying. Let's find out which. Rob, I've left messages with Carly, and the college is checking with her friends.
It's been a couple of hours. She's not a misper. She's an angry teenager. If you haven't heard from her by 4 o'clock, then I'll drive around myself.
Thanks.
I don't think I said I'd seen him leave. He just packed up and gone. Or at least I thought he had. He left a note that just said, see you later, see you whenever, something like that.
Do you still have the note?
We also understand you and Freddie used to be in a relationship.
It was never that serious. Was it between you and Freddie?
Oh, no, nothing like what Mark and I got together.
So it was you who ended the relationship with Freddie?
It just sort of fizzled out. When Freddie's depression got really bad, he couldn't see the point in anything, especially a girlfriend.
Freddie had a lot of stuff in his mind. We were the least of his concerns.
Are you talking about his mental illness or his conflict with Lachey?
Appreciate the time. So, your mate Nazib said that you and Freddie had a major bust-up. Do you want to tell me what that was all about?
Guy was selfish. I reached a tipping point. That's it.
What can you tell me about the bar fight between Lachey and Freddie?
It was just whatever was going on in the house spilled over.
Mark?
Or maybe something at college. But I really don't know. I was in a completely different department.
So Lachey and Freddie were in the same course?
Yeah. History. But as I said, I really don't know if that was anything to do with it.
I was drunk. He'd been drinking, and he probably shouldn't, because he must have been on some serious meds. But we sorted it out. But the damage was done. I had to go.
So you had a good room in a good place, and you walked away from 200 quid rent you'd already paid. You need to help me out with this.
Look, I wasn't even in the house when Freddie was... When you say he died, you think I was that angry that I came back and put him in a hole in the ground over dirty dishes? You're crazy, man.
How old do you think Justine and Mark's baby is?
10 months, a year. Patrick Lewis from Lachey and Freddie's history course said that when Freddie was in his manic phase, his spending went up. So he'd fund himself by writing other people's essays. He thinks Lachey might have been a customer.
That was helpful of Mark to let us know they were both in the same course.
Lachey was caught plagiarising. He was lucky not to get thrown out.
Look, I paid him, and he copied the damn thing off the internet. So I punched him. That was the entire extent of my anger. They only let me stay on the course because I'm bleeding hearted about being the first in my family to go to uni. Told me to get my head down and keep it down. But hearing what happened in that flat when I left...
Like what?
Just that it got really messy with Mark and Justine there.
When Freddie and Justine split, was that a mutual decision?
No. Freddie ended it. Justine was broken up. Mark was her shoulder to cry on. I guess he got the girl in the end, but it was still awkward with Freddie there.
So what was the plan?
To get Freddie to move out of his own accord.
How?
So this is our guy Freddie, a couple of months before he died.
Poor guy's terrified.
Lachey said they let Freddie fumble around the house in the darkness for a couple of minutes, scared stupid. Mark comes back and flicks the fuse back on.
Go surviving, mate. You'll be out and you'll be back in. No worries.
Some friends, eh?
We hid his food. Spilt water under the radiator in his room. Yeah, I know, I'm really proud of myself. But the power cut stuff, that was too much. He was afraid of the dark. And he was ill. That was affecting his health.
Do you think they knew that?
I think Mark did. Freddie's sister got Freddie to go back on his meds when he wasn't coping. Mark got impatient, waiting for them to kick in.
There was no improvement.
Maybe a bit. But then he got worse. More manic, more paranoid. Mark said I should tell him to move out.
And did you?
I was going to, when I came back from Plymouth. But then, he was gone.
The toxicology report is back. There were traces of Freddie's prescribed meds, but there was also another drug called talifonide.
Oh, don't ask me to spell that.
It's a severe asthma drug, and it's contraindicated for his drugs.
No one's mentioned asthma.
Yeah, track down Freddie's medical records, and we'll talk to his sister and see if he's been prescribed any in the past.
What happens if you mix the two together?
Paranoia, hallucinations, confusion. Toxicology found an asthma drug in Freddie's system, and we're trying to ascertain how it got there.
You won't even take an aspirin? Can you imagine what it was like trying to get him onto his own meds?
You did everything you could.
Wasn't enough. I miss him. I've always missed him.
Would anyone else have had knowledge of Freddie's meds?
Mark studied pharmacology.
News on Carly?
Nothing. Look, I've just realised I have a meeting with the superintendent at headquarters. It's the last thing I need today.
Mark Miller, I'm arresting you on suspicion of murder and for the administering of a noxious substance, thereby endangering life. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence for you to not mention when questioned something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Do you understand?
Mark?
Don't worry. Don't worry, okay? It's just a misunderstanding.
What's the bet that when we go digging, we find a forged prescription or a missing batch of talifonide?
Or maybe Justine lied about finding the note from Freddie, and she was in it too.
I wrote the note. As far as she's aware, Freddie had gone for the summer.
And what about the postcards sent to Karen? That was you.
I buried him. But I didn't kill him.
You be a good boy and look after your mummy for me, okay?
And how long's this gonna go on? Us having to hide away?
Not much longer. Promise.
I'm just gonna disappear like your wife.
I said I'd look after you, and I will. Call me. Anytime. Rob.
I was just about to call you. Listen, Carly's fine, but, she was caught shoplifting.
Where?
A shop called Perfect Occasion. The security just called here for you.
Address?
39 Rosier Street. It's near our college. It'll only take me a minute to go down there.
No.
I'm not far away.
Loving the silent treatment, Detective Inspector.
Don't push me.
Came home from a uni bar Saturday night. He was... Look, I just found him. He'd hanged himself on the back of the door in his room.
What had he used?
A belt. His belt. I thought I'd caused it. I mean, I knew that the telephonide would show up in his system and I'd get blamed. They were still working on the decking, so I put him in the hole and I covered him over. I told Nazib that Freddie had finished it and gone.
And you had no help? Where was Justine?
In the library. I had it all sorted by the time she got back.
And what about what was buried with the body? The torch, Mark.
Right, well, it was dark, and I needed something to help me to see. So, I must have just forgotten about it. The next morning, I left a note for Just to find, saying that Freddie had gone. She never knew a thing.
So, Mark's story stacks up.
He's lying about the torch, though. He didn't seem to know it was there.
He dropped it and then didn't know he buried it. I'm sorry, I'm missing your point.
Okay, Freddie was scared of the dark. What if, as a last act of love, someone else put it down there?
So you think Mark had an accomplice?
I checked with forensics about finger marks on the postcard sent to Karen. No matches for Mark, but we do have prints that match on the torch, the postcards, and the stamps, as yet unidentified.
Fast track the elimination prints and DNA. Let's get Justine in. Maybe Mark did manage to hide it all from her, but I want her side.
Justine, open up! It's the police!
She's gone. A neighbour saw her leave in a cab with a baby straight after Mark was arrested. She had a large bag with her. Justine booked a cab to Paddington, but she turned her phone off straight after, so we're not going to get cell site.
There's a bank withdrawal receipt listed in Mark's custody belongings. He took out over £3 not long after you two interviewed Justine this morning.
They were planning and doing a runner together. So now she's going it alone.
We need to have another word with Mark.
While you're doing that, you can ask him about the hairline crack in Freddie's skull. The pathologist believes that was the cause of death.
Well, no wonder she's running.
This is way beyond covering up a suicide. We're looking at murder.
I told you, Justine has nothing to do with that.
There's prints that match on the torch and on the postcards, and they're not yours. If they're not Justine's, then let us rule her out.
I don't know where she is.
Now, I know how much you love Justine. I mean, why else would you bring up someone else's baby?
What are you talking about? Jack's mine, I'm his dad.
I checked Jack's birth with the registry. Justine was already pregnant before you two got together. I think Justine still loves Freddie. Are you willing to go down for murder to protect her?
Paddington was the decoy in case we got followed. She's heading for Victoria Coach Station.
Hi, Carly. I'm looking for your dad.
Why haven't you done anything about what I told you? That David's to blame for whatever's happened to my mum.
You've been through a terrible experience.
So you didn't believe me?
Oh, Justine is trying to get to her family in France. We're going to Victoria Station.
Fine. Stay here, okay? A14. She was here. Come on, she can't have got far.
Where are you going? With a baby, how far do you think you're going to get? Now stop. Justine, don't put your little boy at risk. No, Justine, listen to me.
I told Freddie I was pregnant. And he told me to have an abortion. So I got mad and I yelled at him and I walked out. And I heard him phone his sister. He was telling her how he wasn't ready to be a dad.
So where did you go?
To get drunk at the college bar. But I couldn't do it. I knew I was going to keep the baby. So Mark took me home, and I went to Freddie's room, but the door was blocked. Mark pushed it open, and Freddie was hanging from the door handle. Sorry.
And after that, you buried him, made it look like he'd moved out. Sent the postcards to his sister. What'd you do with his belongings?
Mark took most of them to the dump. I tidied up. I loved him, you know, even if he never really loved me. I buried the torch with him.
You said that you took most of his stuff to the dump. What did you do with the rest?
Well, I had to save something. For Jacques. If I ever told him that his daddy died.
So where is it, Justine?
If Freddie was in an anguished state that night about his pregnant girlfriend, and he phoned his sister Karen, what do you think she would do?
Be with him?
Yeah.
The forensics are back from the pregnancy test. So the finger marks are Justine's and Freddie's, and we've got a DNA match for a third person.
Karen?
Yep. She's in the system for shoplifting when she was 19. Karen was definitely there on that night.
File on the arrest and trial of Freddie and Karen's father. Not only was the man a violent drunk, he also sexually abused Karen.
Why didn't you tell us you went round to see Freddie when he found out Justine was pregnant?
What are you talking about?
We found your DNA on the pregnancy test. We know you were there. Why didn't you tell us? What happened, Karen?
It was an accident. You don't know what my dad did to me.
We do.
It twists everything. Messes with your head. Makes you doubt everything, you don't trust anyone.
We're just trying to understand what happened.
When I went over there, Freddie was stamping around, yelling. He had no friends. No one cared about him. He was falling apart. I made him sit down on the bed. I sat down next to him. I put my arm around him. I don't know why I thought he'd do it. I was so stupid. I thought it looked like he was gonna kiss me. I panicked, and it wrecked him. He was screaming at me. What do you think I was gonna do? What do you think I was gonna do? He thought I was saying you were acting like our dad. Pushed me against the wall. I was so scared. I reached out and I felt this lamp. It was so heavy in my hand. I just wanted to make him stop. I know I should have reported it, but I couldn't have Kaylee going into care.
So you made it look like a suicide?
And then when his flatmates didn't report it, I thought they must have their own reasons to keep it quiet.
And when you started getting the postcards?
I was sure of it.
How did that make you feel?
Angry. Sad. They were messing with me just like they messed with him. He was doing so well until those last few weeks.
They were tampering with his medication. They wanted him out of the house.
Sick.
Justine cared enough to bury the torch with him.
She would have known. He was always scared of the dark.
You ready?
Dunno. Kind of settled in.
Have you been drinking my whiskey?
You know, this stuff doesn't get any better. It's disgusting.
We're going. Now.
Kaylee's dad will take her. Karen won't have to worry about her going into the system.
I expect there'll be some leniency given her past.
Detective Cole, why are you protecting him?
Just get in the car.
He's a liar! He lies to my mum all the time.
Carly, stop.
No, you did. You know he's got 2 phones? Any of you ever asked him about that? My mum did, and he just denied it. Made her think she was going mad.
She found some whiskey in my office.
You're all police officers. Can't you see what's happening here? The reason you can't find her is because he killed her!
Come on, love. You'll be all right. Come on, sweetie. Come on. Give me a bag.
She's been through so much, she doesn't know what she's saying.
Okay, feeling better?
I just miss her so much.
I know, love. So do I.
They don't need an audience.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
Let's get in the car.
Is that making sense to you? Now, I know she's looking for someone to blame, but she thinks that David's got something to do with it.
He has got 2 phones. I've seen him use the second one. He used it today before he went to a meeting that didn't exist.
What are you saying?
I don't know. David used that same phone before he slipped out of the pub the night that Sarah disappeared.
He was with you all night, wasn't he?
Not all night. He left early. I covered for him.
She's been suffocated.
That's what it looks like.
Horrible way to die. Fighting for breath. At least we know who she was. Ana Bastos, 19 years old, Portuguese.
How'd she end up here then?
Can call around later. Sometime this afternoon. Gotta go.
Morning.
Morning.
Body of a 19-year-old girl found in a loading bay in King's Cross. Vivian and Billy are with the next of kin.
Okay. Give me a shout when they get back.
Will do.
Gabriella Bastos?
Yes?
I'm trainee Detective Constable Billy Fitzgerald. This is Detective Sergeant Vivian Cole. Can we have a word?
What's happened?
I think it's best we take this inside.
Okay. Come on. Noah? I'm just talking to the officers, okay?
I'm so sorry to tell you that your cousin Ana Bastos was found dead earlier today.
There must be some mistake.
We found Anna's passport by her body. You were listed as next of kin.
Where was she? How was she?
Anna was murdered.
Mr. Bastos, when was the last time you saw Anna?
A couple of nights ago, she came to use the shower in my room. The friend she was staying with, her shower was broken.
Can you give us the name of Anna's friend?
No, I don't think she mentioned it.
Or an address?
No, Anna was only sleeping there for a couple of nights, till she found somewhere new. Anna was an au pair, like me. She was sacked, thrown out on the street.
Goodbye.
Mr. and Mrs. Char.
Why did they throw her out?
The wife, Michelle, she hated Anna from the start. She couldn't wait to get rid of her.
Do you have the Char's contact details?
Upstairs.
Oh, Mr. Bastos, one thing. Was Anna in a relationship? Seeing anyone?
No way. Anna's a good Catholic girl. No boyfriends before marriage.
Kept thinking how he'd feel if he knew how we found her.
Yeah. It's not our place to tell him. Not yet.
Thought you might want these. Crime scene photos from the young girl we found in King's Cross.
Thanks, Rob.
No problem.
Andrew's at work. He's going to be upset. He was really fond of Anna.
Where does your husband work?
In his offices in King's Cross.
What does he do?
Partner in a broking firm. Mrs. Char, I'm sorry, can you call me Michelle? Michelle.
According to Anna's cousin, Gabriello, you terminated her employment about a week ago.
Yes, that's right.
Would you mind telling us why?
Well, we hired this very sweet, diligent Catholic girl about 6 months ago, but then, we had to let her go because we couldn't trust her anymore.
In what way?
Well, she'd come home at all hours, and then she failed to get up in the morning. Then to top it all, she left Jago at school, waiting for nearly an hour the other day. When I asked her why she was late, she said, well, she made up some lame excuse about being sick, but, hungover, or like.
Was Anna in a relationship?
I'm pretty sure she was, yeah. She didn't confide in me about it, no.
And where did Anna go when she moved out?
I don't know.
Weren't you worried about her?
Oh, God. Andrew said that she could stay here. Well, she got herself together, but she told us to stick our room and stick our job, so. Sorry. I can't believe she's dead.
According to the forensic medical examiner, Anna Bestos was strangled. The plastic bag was then tied round her head after death. Her clothes were stripped off post-mortem. I spoke to Interpol. The Portuguese police have informed the family. Anna's parents are hoping to get a flight over later on today.
So what was she? Saint or sinner?
Well, whoever killed her obviously wanted us to think she was a sinner.
Billy, chase up any similar sex crimes in the London area over the last 6 months. Maybe our perpetrator has an MO. Rob, anything on her phone?
No, but we did find this on local CCTV. It was captured at 9:12 last night, an hour or two before Anna was murdered. It's only around the corner from where Anna was found.
Trace him.
Billy, that CCTV is crystal clear. Run it through facial recognition. See if we can find out who this guy is, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Did you get David's phone?
He walked in, so I had to put it back.
Maybe this is a stupid idea.
Look, I need to find out why the detective inspector's lying. If you've got cold feet, then I'll do it on my own.
I've got to take this. Hello, Detective Sergeant Vivian Cole. Would you like to take a seat, Mr. Char?
Thank you. Still in shock. About Anna.
Could you tell me where you were between 8 p.m. and midnight last night?
I was at the office till nearly 11. Then I went home.
How did you get home?
I drove. I've got a parking space. Am I some sort of suspect?
Oh, I just need to ask these questions for elimination purposes. How did you get on with Anna?
She was a lovely girl. The boys adored her.
And yet your wife sacked her?
Anna left Jago standing at the school gate. Michelle couldn't forgive that.
But you could.
Anna had nowhere to go.
Your wife seems to think that Anna had a boyfriend. You don't?
She just didn't seem the type.
Okay.
Anna's mobile provider came good. Plenty of calls to her cousin and a fair few to someone called Dennis.
The boyfriend?
Maybe. Michelle Charles supplied me with the name of the language school Anna was attending, so I gave him a ring. Dennis Qatar. Apparently, he's the class Casanova.
Wow, okay. That's really bad.
So you knew her from language school? She your girlfriend, Dennis?
Just friends. Language school was boring, so we skipped it together. Okay, I flirted. But she said no. She said she was a virgin.
What, and that just came up in conversation? Between friends?
She told me things. Women do that.
Did you and Anna go out drinking? Stay out late?
Hey, she was an adult.
She got sacked from her job.
Her boss was difficult. Like mine.
When did you last see Anna?
About a week ago. I thought she was busy looking for a new family to work for.
Where were you last night? Between the hours of 8 and midnight.
You think it was me? I was here working. Go ask the boss. But maybe don't mention me and the girl or missing language school. He was paying for me to go.
Post-mortem report is back. No evidence of sexual assault on Anna Bestos, but she certainly wasn't a virgin when she died. There's a very good reason Dennis Curtin might have had for killing her. Anna was pregnant.
Yeah, but I thought Dennis was working at the time of the murder.
Well, his boss went out about 9, so he can't confirm how long Dennis hung about for. I've put a call into the waitress who was working the same shift, though.
Dennis also neglected to tell us that Mr. Yilmaz isn't just his boss. He's soon to be his father-in-law.
He's engaged to his boss's daughter. So the news that he got Anna pregnant wouldn't have gone down too well.
Yeah, and he'd lose a lot if Anna spoke out. Is that motive for murder?
Nick him.
We can do a fetal DNA test to determine if the baby's yours. So you might as well tell us the truth now.
Okay, we went to bed. Once.
And the baby?
She said it's mine, but who knows? She said she needs £800 for an abortion. £800.
And you didn't give her the money?
I can't get that money. She says borrow it, but who from? I can't go to my boss.
Did Anna threaten to tell your fiancé about the relationship?
She knew if she did that, I'd contact her family in Portugal.
So you were fine with her threatening your future marriage and your job? You just let that go?
I didn't kill her. I was at work.
Oh, yeah, the waitress on shift with you said that you left early. Apparently you were unwell.
Okay. All right. I was with a girl. Another. From the language school.
Name?
Esma, her number's in my phone. You should be talking to the people Anna worked for. That crazy cow was following her everywhere.
What do you mean?
Anna couldn't understand it, how that Michelle knew where she was all the time. It was obvious. She put a tracker on Anna's phone.
I ran the index of Michelle Charles' car through the system, and guess what? She got a parking ticket yesterday, a few hundred yards away from where Anna was murdered.
You sure it was Michelle driving?
She paid the ticket straight away using her card.
Michelle claims she hadn't spoken to Anna since she sacked her. We need to talk to her again. We just need to clarify a couple of things, Michelle.
Where were you between the hours of 8 and 12 last night?
I was at home with my kids, so Andrew was working late.
And what about yesterday afternoon?
Various chores around the house, and I picked the kids up from school.
We have a photograph that shows you clearly following Anna at 2:43 yesterday afternoon.
Sorry. Yeah, I lied. I was following Anna.
How did you know where she was?
I put a tracker on her phone a little while ago.
You do realise that stalking's against the law?
I was worried about my kids.
But you sacked her days ago.
All right, I wanted to know if she was sleeping with my husband.
What led you to think that?
Because he's been secretive and evasive in the last few months. It's not like him.
Did you know that Anna was pregnant?
Of course I did. Come on. I've had 2 kids. It's obvious.
And you thought that Andrew might be the father?
I followed her and I decided to have it straight out and ask her.
And what did she say?
Nothing. She got on the tube and I lost her. I didn't kill Anna. You have to believe me.
Facial recognition has given us an ID for the young man from CCTV, Craig Fleetwood. He was cautioned last year after a brawl at a music festival. He's 18 years old, from Motherwell, but he's living in assisted accommodation in East London.
Speak to control. Take a couple of uniforms back up.
Yeah, background checks reveal that Fleetwood's a vulnerable young adult with learning difficulties.
So we need to get hold of him without causing harm to himself.
Sure. Craig Fleetwood?
Get in the car!
On the way. Gotta nip out for a bit. Hold the fort, will you?
Of course.
Hi, Craig. I'm a police officer. My name's Billy. I know you're scared, but you might have some information that could help.
I don't like the uniforms. And I don't like sirens.
Okay. I'll sit in the back of the car with you. There'll be no sirens. It'll keep you safe.
I came to London for a rugby match, and then I just didn't go home because I can't live under the same roof as my stepdad.
When did you meet Anna?
Last night, it was about, it was 8 o'clock on St. Jonas Street. Some big lad was giving her hard times. Anna said that he was called Dennis. She said that he was the father of her baby. So she needed money, and then he came and offered her 50 quid, and then she just threw it back in his face.
How did you get involved?
Well, where I come from, you don't just walk by if you see someone mistreating a lady. You stop him.
So what happened?
He thumped me. I reckon it would have hurt really bad if Anna hadn't have stopped him. She told him to go away, and then he storms off, and then she says, "Do you want to go and get coffee to say thank you?" She didn't have anywhere to sleep, so I showed her a place that I used to go, and it's really easy to get into.
And how was Anna when you left her?
She was okay. I told her that she should go back to her family and let them look after her. She said she would go back as soon as she'd had determination. I She said that she'd be able to pay for it today. Yeah.
Do you know how?
She'd been promised the money by her cousin's boyfriend.
You took your time.
I'm here, aren't I?
Does Anna have other cousins?
Yes. Back home, in Portugal. Why?
Did you know that Anna was pregnant?
Yes. She told me. She wanted money for, termination. But she wasn't registered with the doctor, so it was going to cost £800. And I don't have that sort of money.
What about our other cousins in Portugal?
They definitely don't have that sort of cash.
One of our witnesses claims that Anna was confident that your boyfriend was going to give her the money.
I don't have a boyfriend. Your witness has made a mistake.
One last question. If you could have raised the cash for Anna, would you have helped her out?
No. It might surprise you. I'm gay, but I'm also a Catholic. Abortion is a sin.
You lied, Dennis, to a murder inquiry. Do you know how serious that is?
You told us that you hadn't seen Anna for a week.
It's called perverting the course of justice, and that could land you 2 to 3 years in jail. So, I suggest you start telling us the truth.
I met Anna at a coffee shop near King's Cross Station last night. I felt bad for her. I offered her £50. She threw it back in my face, told me she didn't need my money.
We heard you and Anna had a fight.
Who from? That stupid kid. Sticking his nose in. I left him to it. Then I went to work. Then I left work early to see Esma from the language school.
Esma, who still isn't answering our calls.
Maybe she's waiting for her husband to go out.
And you say Anna threw the money back in your face?
Mm-hmm.
So where did she get the money from then?
She didn't say. But my guess is that it had something to do with her homo cousin. She just found out he was seeing her boss, Andrew, Char.
And you didn't think to tell us this before?
I didn't think it was of any importance.
You can't stay away. Thought you were going to be someone else.
Hello. We're just checking that the electoral register's up to date. Would you mind answering a couple of questions about who lives here?
Sorry, I'm just in the middle of something.
think I know why the detective inspector's been so secretive. I think he's got another woman.
What, the woman he was with the night Sarah disappeared? Why else would he be so cagey?
She's got a kid.
What, David?
You tell me.
Where have you been?
Oh, I checked in on a mate from the rape and serious sexual offences team. I wanted to see if the crime scene rang any bells for her.
And did it?
No.
Billy's hit pay dirt?
Yeah, I spoke to Dennis Carter again, and he reckons Anna's cousin Gabriello and Andrew Charr were lovers.
Despite the fact that Gabriello still insists he's single.
Well, maybe he wanted to hide the fact that he was seeing a married man.
Go on.
Andrew Charr took £1,000 out of the bank yesterday.
Which would more than cover the cost of Anna's termination.
Or shut her up if she was blackmailing him.
Andrew Charr was telling the truth. He didn't leave his office until nearly 10:30 last night.
And AMPR shows that he drove straight home.
So he couldn't have killed Anna?
No, but he did have a visitor at work. Here is Gabriello Bestas, and he visited Andrew's office at 8:49 last night. Now this is Gabriello Bestas leaving, this time with a rucksack on his back, which I'm assuming he's carrying the £1,000 in cash.
Okay, if it was Gabriello, why all the theatrics? Why slut?
He told me that he thought that abortion was a sin.
Let's pull them both in. We can ask them in person.
Okay, guys, let's go through here.
Andrew Charr, I'm arresting you on suspicion of murder. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defense if you do not mention when questioned, something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Do you understand?
Was it Gabriello? Did he kill Anna?
Save it for the interview.
So it wasn't Anna that Andrew was having an affair with?
No.
I kind of hoped that it was. It would have made it easier to bear.
Look after the kid.
How did it start?
He called over to see Anna. He flirted with me. I'd never been with another man before. I'd never cheated on Michelle. I thought I was in love with him.
Not anymore.
Recently, he started pressurizing me to leave Michelle and the boys. I tried to tell him how important my family is to me, but Gabriello wouldn't listen.
Look at this. To Gabriello, love you more than I can say, Andrew. This has been through the wars.
So they were lovers and Anna found out. Why's that a motive for murder in this day and age?
When did Anna find out?
2 days ago. I was at Gabriello's place. I was trying to finish with him. But we ended up in his shower. We didn't hear Anna come in. She threatened to tell Michelle if I didn't give her £1,000. After she'd gone, Gabriello discovered that she'd taken a card that I'd written to him that he kept by his bed. He told me I'd better get hold of the cash. Why didn't he just give her the cash? She was a nice girl who'd made a mistake.
So you gave Gabriello the money?
I was worried that she'd come back for more. Gabriello told me she absolutely would not. He seemed so certain. That means he was planning to kill her, doesn't it?
You're going to be 5 minutes, okay?
Hello, Michelle.
Please. Gabriello. Gabriello, come on. The children are here. You don't want to upset them because you love children.
It's your fault Anna is dead. Why couldn't you just let Andrew go?
No!
You're gonna be sorry you did that.
Okay, thanks, Brian. Someone made an emergency call from the Char household. No one spoke, but the CAD operator held the line open and he heard a disturbance in the background.
Of course he'd go there. He'd blame Michelle just like he blamed Anna.
Yeah.
Let's go. Call to dialing 999.
I think he's got a knife.
There's no sign of the children, and Michelle's car's missing.
Where's he taking them?
I've just spoken to Control. Uniformed patrol has spotted Michelle's car. They're heading to Boxing Green.
Open it! Spread out! Keep in radio contact!
What, Wiz? Okay? Yeah?
Hi, Gabriello. It's Billy. We met earlier.
You're a police officer. Go away.
I can't do that, Gabriello, not until you put the knife down.
The children.
It's not Michelle's fault that you and Andrew can't be together. This doesn't have to end like this. Look, my colleagues are arriving.
Gabriella Bestos. I'm arresting you on suspicion of the murder of Anna Bestos. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defense if you do not mention when questioned. Something you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Do you understand?
When did you decide to kill Anna?
Andrew wrote me a card saying he loved me. And I took it and threatened to give it to Michelle. That totally freaked him out. He said we should stop seeing each other.
So why take the £1,000 if you knew you were going to kill her?
Maybe to start a new life. Me and Andrew.
And that was never going to happen, was it?
Andrew would have come round. All he needed was time.
How did your family react when they found out that you were gay?
They threw me out.
And you just couldn't stand it, could you? That she would get to have her termination and go back home and play the good Catholic girl, and the family would be none the wiser.
Abortion is wrong. She didn't even care she was gonna kill a baby.
But by killing her, you terminated the pregnancy.
Oh, she was a whore. And the family love her. They don't speak to me. But she was going to be welcomed back.
Why didn't you tell them what she'd done?
Because they wouldn't believe me.
So you made her look like a prostitute?
Yes. Now they all know. Her parents know. My parents, everyone. Perfect little Anna. No more. No more.
Should have seen her, Sarge. She was on fire.
Can you and Billy prepare the file for the CPS? I need a word with your sergeant.
Of course.
What's up now?
You went to see an old friend in the rape and serious sexual offences team this afternoon.
Yes?
Where's this friend of yours based? Divisional headquarters? Did you go to divisional headquarters?
No.
So where did you go?
I'm not prepared to discuss that.
So if I asked you for a duty statement, you'd refuse to make one? I'm sure you're aware that's a gross breach of the code of conduct. Thing is, I know exactly where you were.
This is my fault. I asked the side to help me out.
Help you out with what?
I don't know you anymore. What's worse, I don't trust you. You asked me to lie for you about where you were the night your wife disappeared. And when I questioned you about it, you served me up some pile of crap that you've squared it with the MISPA team.
Go on.
You've got 2 phones. What's the second one for?
It's none of your business.
What did you see, Sarge? This afternoon?
The detective inspector with a young woman and a child.
So you think I've got a bit on the side? Another kid.
How would it look to you?
Well, I haven't. Does that satisfy you? Okay. How about this? Detective Constable Brady, you have aided and abetted Detective Sergeant Cole in a gross breach of the Code of Conduct. Now, I don't intend to make this matter official. Yet. But if you two don't get off my back, I will. And then you can wave goodbye to your jobs and wave goodbye to your pensions. Do I make myself clear?
Crystal.
That'll be all. Rob. Close the door after you.